Hi, I'm Richard Armanini, State Director of the Charity Raffle for the Knights of Columbus. This video is going to cover some background information. It's going to give you some important information and changes, and it's going to help you to understand and realize the role of the District Deputy. There are three things that the District Deputy can do to help make this a successful raffle in your district and in your local councils. And one is that the Grand Knights name a raffle chairman. The second is that the council set a goal for the year, a measurable goal, and the third is that they name a charity and do all that before they start selling tickets. Last 3 years we've been very successful. We've been successful because we've had a lot of KSC members, Brother Knights throughout the state of Arizona, helping us at the council level.
And representatives, worthy district deputies, worthy state officers first, worthy district deputies, brothers all. We need to take a quick look at what happened last year. In 2010, the year before, we sold 201,000 plus dollars worth of tickets. And if we looked at that amount of money and said, well, every ticket sold was a single ticket, that divided by 2, there's 100,000 tickets that we sold. However, we dropped in the number of books, but we gained in overall dollars. So you need to be aware of that as we approach this new year. And if you want to look at it rather than numbers, you want to look at it as a chart. This chart represents what's happened in the last couple of years with our ticket sales. The first 2010 is with the old ticket price, 2011 with the new ticket price, and 2012 is with our goal. The tickets, the average sale per member in 2010 was a little over $14. And that went up in 2011 to $15, a little over $15. And you're thinking, oh yeah, well, we had more members. Let's see what happened with membership. Membership grew 1.7% in those 2 years. But look what happened to the sales per member of tickets. We grew that number from up to 8.6%. Our goal for this year is $244,295, which is really doable. It's so doable I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it, but that means that everybody has to sell maybe a book more than they did last year, in some cases 2 books more. Why don't you do that? Thank you. Information about the prizes. One of the things that's really important is that you know what is involved with the prizes. Also, it's really important that at the council level, the members, the people that are selling tickets, know something about the prizes. So everybody needs to be aware. It's easier to sell a ticket if you know information about what all is involved. The total prizes are worth $24,000. Vacation prizes are trips only. Trips can be substituted. You're going a little bit too fast for a second. Trips can be substituted. If a person said, well, I don't want to go to Russia if I win the first prize. Well, that's fine. Where do you want to go? You have a favorite trip. You want to go to Rome. Your wife wants to go to Rome. You've always wanted to do that. You can substitute that trip. And that's with any of the 3 trips. However, they have to be used as trips. They can't be used as, we can't give cash for those prizes. It's 3 prizes. We've already paid for the trips up front with the travel agent that scheduled them, so basically we're locked into that. Trips are transferable to a third party. You want to give it to the council, let them run another raffle later on in the year, at a golf tournament or something, and chance it off, that's fine. You want to give it to your priest, that's fine. You want to give it to another family member, that's fine. Trips must be used in 1 year. That's just a basic rule so that we don't escalate costs, don't catch us on these trips. But however, if you do reuse that trip, in a sense, you negotiate with the travel agent, and the travel agent will be happy to extend that 1 year so that you can then have 1 year after that you award your trip at a local level. Information about the prizes. Original winners are responsible for all taxes. We ran into this problem last year. Someone that won the first prize sold that prize to somebody else and then expected that person to pay their taxes. Just know in the back, don't even bring up the subject of taxes when you're trying to sell a ticket. But on the other hand, if that question is asked you, yes, the 10 winners, if the prize money is such that they are required to pay taxes, then of course they would have to pay taxes. 12 tickets are pulled from the barrel. 2 alternate tickets are pulled. They're all announced, so if you're at the meeting, at that dinner, at the convention, you'll know which are the 2 alternate, which council sold the 2 alternate tickets. So that way, there can't be a case where, well, we need alternate tickets, so I let my wife have the alternate ticket. It won't happen. If someone is not eligible for one of the prizes, and the eligibility is maybe we can't find them, that's the biggest lack of eligibility, or they just flatly refuse to accept the prize and they don't want to give it to anyone and they just don't want it, then the alternate ticket, the first alternate pulled, the 11th ticket pulled becomes the 10th ticket, and everybody moves up one to fill in that slot, so that you know how that's going to be handled up front. Go ahead. Winners are posted as soon as we verify all winners. Last year I was getting a lot of emails and phone calls. We want to know who the winners are. You said you're going to tell us right away. Well, we only will be able to tell you after we verify all 10 winners. And last year we had a lot of trouble finding some of the winners. A couple of them were a real struggle, so we will not post any of the winners until we know all of them. We have a new sales incentive this year. Basically, the ticket stays the same, the price of the ticket stays the same, but we're going to add a district incentive. Districts that increase their sales by 10%, sells over 10% of what you sold last year, you're going to be awarded that incentive. The councils within that district, even if the district doesn't do the 10%, if a council does the 10%, they're going to receive a plaque recognizing them for their efforts. The highest percentage, and 4 is the Director's Award, that will be given to the councils that did not sell the year before, or a new council that has the highest sales per member. Well, we also have 2 other recognitions that are more just honorary kinds of things. We're looking at councils that sell what we're going to call a century sale. That's a $100 sale to one person. One person gives you $100. You give them 5 books of tickets, 4 books that they buy plus a 5th book free. That's 30 tickets. They can put their name and phone number on all 30 tickets, or they can put different names on each one of those tickets. Like that. 18 councils last year sold $14,500 in century sales. The second is the Millennium sellers. We have nights that have sold over $1,000 themselves. 14 nights sold over $1,000 worth of tickets last year. And their sales totaled $25,750. The average was $1,800 for each brother night that sold. The other thing I want you to know is, at the last minute, it had to be the last minute, just before we started the banquet, and then we drew the tickets, the bishop drew the tickets, we put $2,000 worth of tickets in the barrel. Because a lot of people feel if we're last, we have a chance of winning. Not one of those tickets were drawn. Trust me, not one of those tickets were drawn. And I can guarantee you the best chance you have of having a winner is get your tickets into the barrel early.